Okay, so let's talk about different formulas in alkenes. And we'll be looking at molecular formula, names, structural formula, and the full structure formula. So let me just quickly draw a table with the name, and then we have the molecular formula. Then we have the structural formula, and then the full structure formula. The full structure formula. And the funny thing is that using the structural formula, using this one, we are going to be figuring out the full structure formula, right? Oh, sorry, I said it the other way down. By using the full structure formula, by drawing the full structure formula here first, we'll figure out the structure formula here. And I'll tell you how. So let's take methane first. So we got methane, and we know that methane, the molecular formula is CH4. And okay, so since this is only one carbon molecule, so the structural formula remains the same. Okay, so this is a CH4 again. And let me just change the color to draw out the structure. So the structure for this is, of course, the simple one. It looks like this. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about ethane. Now, ethane, now we know that this is a two carbon molecule. So this is C2H6. And to now figure out the structure formula, what we need to do is draw out the structure first. So how are we going to draw the structure? The structure we know looks something like this. This is C2H6. And now to figure out the full structure, to figure out the structural formula, what we need to do is to break this from the middle. How? You look at the CH3, you broke it down from the middle, and now this whole molecule of C2H6 has been broken down into two different CH3s. So how are we going to write this? So this becomes CH3 and a CH3, and this is how you write the structural formula. Let's take one more example. Let's talk about propane. Now propane is a 3-carbon molecule, so this is C3H8. Now the first that we need to do is, of course, to draw out the full structure formula. So this is a 3-carbon molecule, so it's going to have 8 hydrogen molecules. 8 hydrogens. And a lot of times I say molecules and atoms interchangeably, so please forgive me for that, because I know it's not the correct term to use. So I'll be correcting it with time. Okay, so yeah, this is C3H8. Now how do we break this? Let's put a jump, or let's put a break here first. So we break the CH3 from the middle, and we break the CH3 from the last. So this here now is this one CH3, and one CH3 is here, and in the middle you have got a CH2. So this is CH3, CH2, and a CH3. So this is how you write the full structure formula. And we can do it for butane as well. So this is butane, and we know butane is C4H8. And I have to go down a little further to draw this one. So this is a 4-carbon alkene molecule. Oh, sorry. This is C4H10, not C4H8. So that is my mistake. This is C4H10. Yeah. Now, how do we break this? Let me just draw it fully first. Yeah. Now, how do we break this? We break this CH3 from here. We break this CH3 from here. So now you've got a CH3 here. You've got a CH3 here. And you've got two CH2s in the middle. Okay. You've got a CH2. And here you have a CH2. So the way you write this is CH3, CH2, CH2, and a CH3. And just we can also look at for pentene quickly. This is pentene. This is C5H12. And by the way, by now you shouldn't be able. You should be able to write down the structural formula without using the full structural formula. So, but still, I think we can still draw this. So this is 5 carbon molecule like this. So this is this. This is this. You have a hydrogen here. You have a hydrogen here, and there are just too many hydrogens here. All right. And now we can break this. So you have got a CH3 here. You've got a CH3 here, and in the middle you've got 3 CH2. Okay, and even for the ease of it, you can just break it down like this. All right, and the way you could write this is again the same thing. CH3, CH2, this one. Then again you've got a CH2 because you've got 3 CH2 in the middle. You're gonna write 3 CH2, and at last you've got the CH3. So you've got a CH3. And this is how you write formulas for different structures, the molecular formula, the structural formula, and the full structure formula. Okay. All right.